So before cancer, I was probably everybody's fittest friend. I've always loved running, vegetarian, love going out, love people, and just, I was just really enjoying life. And where I work, I just love my colleagues. Everything was going going really well. It was a really hot summer in 2018, and so I found a river in outside Bath. Was doing lots of wild swimming, and then I felt quite ill one day, and I was convinced I must have Weil's disease or something from the river. So I went to the doctors, and she said, no, it's just that there's too many people in the water and you'll probably just picked up some bug. And then I just said, while I'm here, I've got this sort of hardening in my breast. Could you just have a feel? And she was a young locum doctor who had a feel and said, I don't think it's probably anything because it's got smooth edges, but we will just get you in just in case. Anyway, I went and saw the chap and felt and everything and said, well, if it was just a cyst, I wouldn't be alarmed, but he didn't say alarmed, I wouldn't be concerned. But he said some nodes are up in your lymph under your arm, some nodes are up. And he said, so I would like to get that checked out. And at that point, even before the following day, I had the mammogram and everything else, I just thought, I knew really at that point the fact that he used the word concern. So, and then the following day I had a mammogram, which didn't show anything. Then I had a 3D mammogram, which didn't show anything. And then I had an ultrasound, which did. And my reason for saying all this is that because I am one of 40% of women who have very dense breast tissue. And if you've got very dense breast tissue, a mammogram does not pick them up. They thought it was about a 4 centimetre tumour, that it was estrogen receptive, which was a good thing because they knew how to treat it. That I would need chemotherapy. So I have had a mastectomy, I've had chemotherapy, and I've had radiotherapy. And now I'm on hormone therapy, which is basically therapy to keep me in menopause because my cancer was estrogen receptive. So I take a drug every day. It's not tamoxifen, it's another drug called letrozole. And it basically it changes what estrogen does in my body. I keep wondering whether or not to have reconstruction. I go backwards and forwards. If I do have reconstruction, they will use my belly to recreate a new breast. So in a flippant way, and I know people say it to be kind, but those of us who've got this potential operation coming up, when people say, oh, good, you get a free tummy tuck and a free boob on the NHS, it's beyond, you just want to think, no. A tummy tuck or a breast enlargement is not a 6 to 8 hour operation and 3 months in recovery. Waiting and meeting the other people coming to the shoot. There's this room of, at this stage, it's all women. There may be men coming later, I don't know. You would not know what goes on underneath the clothes looking at the women in that room. And that is why it's so important, because if you came along to this shoot and didn't know what it was about, you might think it's, I don't know, women in business, strong, glamorous, beautiful women in business. No, it's women whose bodies have been ravaged by cancer, all saying, look, here we are out the other side. And in fact, there's even people here who are, when I say not out the other side, they are living with cancer and they're still here and they're still so happy, and we're still also alive, and mentally as well as physically.